Hey everybody, I'm Gary Palmer Jr., you're you, and together we are Minting Coins, your trusted source for crypto news, interviews, and ICO reviews when those happen. This is Minting Coins. Welcome to Minting Coins. We are Minting Coins, and I think about what that means every single day. A lot of people have asked me, what does it mean when we say that we're minting coins? It simply means that we are taking responsibility, we are taking sovereignty, and we are owning our own private keys. We are verifying our own transactions on the blockchain, whatever blockchain it is. And with that, we have digital assets, we have virtual assets, we have physical property being represented on the blockchain, we have virtual property being represented on the blockchain, and we have, it doesn't matter if it's a Bitcoin token or a piece of an artwork someone tokenized and digitized and put on with blockchain technology. We are being responsible for verifying our information, for doing our own due diligence, for risking what we can afford to lose. And with that, we are each minting coins. Those of us that are first level blockchain citizens, first level internet citizens, where we're doing the best to take control of our own privacy, our digital identity, and we are, hopefully running our own nodes, we are doing our own due diligence, and we are minting coins. We are minting our own private keys, our own tokens, and we are taking responsibility, simply removing it, replacing it away from these centralized organizations and just taking more ownership and more control. And what sucks is that we are at the very early stages. We are, past the prototype, we're past the proof of concept. We are already in these later stages of development. Even though it's the beginning, it's the later stages of the early development, I would say, of these protocols, of blockchain protocols like Bitcoin and Ethereum, some of these new ones that are coming out seeking to have their own place in the ecosystem, let it be Zencash or EOS. There's a lot happening, and really it's based around this idea of centralized databases, let it be the banks and the world financial system, or let it be centralized databases at Google or Facebook or even Amazon, and what's going on with all these cloud computing systems. People are taking back more responsibility for themselves, and where this technology is allowing us to do that, right? With the internet, we've seen what happens when people can become their own publishers, and now the internet technology didn't have this relationship management protocol with the Bitcoin blockchain, with the Ethereum blockchain, but now we have that. We have TCP/IP, HTTP, SSL, SMTP, and now we have Bitcoin blockchain, Ethereum blockchain in that mix of things, and together we are minting coins. So looking at Bitcoin, looking at the Bitcoin market, 1 year ago, Bitcoin was $4,000, fast approaching 5, 6, 7. It's a very loud plane. That was very... It's rather unusual. We have planes fly over here all the time too, and the after shock of that boom was a lot louder than usual. But 1 year ago, the Bitcoin price, was 4,000, and we saw where it was going, fast approaching 7, 8, 10, 15, into around November and December, passing past 15 into, touching $20,000 a Bitcoin on some exchanges. Why did that happen? That happened because there was a lot of news, a lot of excitement in the industry. There was a lot happening, there was a lot going on, and the press was really talking about the price of Bitcoin taking off and what this meant, and everyone was telling their friends about it, and there was not just this excitement for what it meant for the future potential of this revolutionary aspect of this technology, but it was really about the fear of missing out and the greed in the system. Since then, it's only been less than a year. You got to keep in mind, how short of a time span this is, and whatever your involvement in Bitcoin and blockchain technology, you need to focus on your primary job, your primary responsibilities. At the same time, be paying attention to what's happening in this space, right? Just 1 year ago, Bitcoin was $4,000, and how quickly it went from 4,000 to 10,000 to 20, and all the way back down to its all-time low of where it's been around, $5,500. And this goes into what we were saying yesterday. The Bitcoin price does not reflect the technology. The price does not reflect the opportunity potential that's here as a revolutionary, or as an investor, as a business owner, as an executive, or as a consumer. The price of the Bitcoin is really a current indicator more than anything else of the potential, and the product is being developed. The product is not understood. The product, we are still at that 2 or 3% market penetration, and the majority of people who are even involved in Bitcoin don't even understand what's happening with the development of this network, and how the network itself is going to be providing all of the system, all of the utility, all of the routing and resources. And to be a part of the network, you're going to need to have some Bitcoin. Now, you're going to need to have some Bitcoin in order to process these transactions, just like Ethereum. And then you're going to need some Bitcoin if you wanted to take advantage of the network effects of the token being used to route these transactions. The people who have Bitcoin in a decentralized Bitcoin blockchain wallet, they are going to be the banks, they are going to be the network operators. And if you are buying Bitcoin as a part of an ETF, if you're buying Bitcoin on Coinbase and keeping it stored on Coinbase, you're giving the ability, the power, the rights to those people to operate the network, to take advantages and the benefits, the secondary benefits, the tertiary benefits. There's reverberations of benefits that are going to be happening with the people who are owning these tokens, especially at scale, and then making the decisions of the votes and the forks and the rewards of simply having these tokens and running them as a part of these future systems that are going to be taking place. And even if you have a really small share, if you just have a hundredth or a thousandth of a piece of Bitcoin, then even that is going to have a significant effect on your ability to vote and participate and take a part of the benefits of these future networks, these future communications networks that manage trust and relationships, especially when you think about the billions and billions of people in the world. Not everybody, they say all the time, not everybody is going to be able to have one Bitcoin. Not everybody is going to be able to have even, 1 millibit of a Bitcoin. So if you have even that much, you are at leaps and bounds ahead of even people who haven't been born yet, who won't even have, that much Bitcoin. So it's really, really exciting to think about the utility, to think about the product, to think about the development, to really see that, this is a huge opportunity. It's really, the core of our excitement is that even though a lot of people aren't excited and they're really questioning why they're here and what they're doing, it's reinforcing that we are just very early, and the opportunity for us to get involved and to try to, own one whole Bitcoin ourselves is very strong, right? And by participating, by being involved in Bitcoin, by being involved in blockchain, you can, reap the rewards as an early adopter, right? If you were one of the first few people to have a computer, a cell phone, to be on the internet, to be understanding of email and websites, and take advantage of the benefits of understanding those systems, then that has probably served your life really well compared to somebody who hasn't taken the time to learn how to use Amazon, and they're still buying everything at JCPenney's, and they're still paying double the cost because maybe they're driving to the malls, or they don't understand the benefits of using email or texting, right? I mean, these people still exist, and as ludicrous as that sounds as an example, because it's everyday occurrences for us, there's people who don't do those things. There are going to be people in 5 years who are not with the blockchain, and I'm really excited that you're here. I'm really excited that you're a part of where we're going. The Winklevoss twins just recently said that it's going to take time for Wall Street to get really in full gear behind Bitcoin and crypto as a whole. They're really lagging behind, dragging their feet because their hold on the traditional systems And even if this does take a long time, that's really your opportunity to dollar cost average in before we hit these parabolic states, before these ETFs inevitably come into existence, before the average person can, click or check, however it works, the 401k, Bitcoin ETF crypto box at their normal everyday jobs. For all the people that have those options, before that happens, you can be holding into the actual Bitcoin, the actual network, and you can be part of this technology as it scales, as the cost goes down, as the speed increases, as the scalability increases, as Lightning Network continues its development and becomes just more interesting. You'll be ahead of that curve, not risking more than you can afford to lose into this technology. And because you're learning about this, because you're paying attention, just keep up with the high level stuff that's happening, and day by day your information is going to be growing, your knowledge base is going to be growing, you will be smarter, you will be faster, you will be stronger, and you will be more digitally connected, digitally in control of your sovereignty, your freedom, and the coins and the tokens that you're minting in your life and with your communities. So with that being said, I want to thank you for showing up. Let me know what you think about anything that we talked about today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. There's a bell icon notification. Just any sort of support from you, even a hello, is very meaningful to us. It's really about the community. It's really about all of us coming together. And I just really appreciate you coming together and being part of this conversation. So until the next video, until next time, I'm glad that together we are minting coins.